All right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely afternoon, evening. Let's say evening, in which the Most High, a higher has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. The topic is own that thing. Own that thing. I've been saying that for maybe, let's say, a couple of months. And I felt that the Spirit is telling me that is a very, very, very powerful word. And it led me to want to bring forth to you the power of owning that thing. Um, it saddened me because of the midnight hour we're in, running up on the minutes. Mm. But yet, no, to still defeat a lot of things through Yah, he's saying, own that thing. I have ministered to several people, and the beginning and the end of the conversation was truly about owning that thing, not knowing the power that rests in just that. And from now on, I'm leaving you a blessing. And that is everywhere you go. I was in Walmart today, and a Gentile came up in a conversation with me and an individual. First thing I said, people got to own that thing. And I began to break down to her what owning that thing is. It ain't no politics. It ain't about politics and Democratic, Republican, Biden and Trump. Because you want to bring that to me, let me tell you something. You better own that thing if you want to see the light of day. Not the light, but the light of day in the days to come. You got to own that thing. And owning that thing carry a lot of righteous and the power. So from now on, I'm gonna try to get. Oh, this thing is stopping this chair from backing up. From now on, in your household, everywhere you go, you tell people, family members, friends, co-workers, own that thing. And if you say that and let a higher take you from there, you'll find out that you didn't even know that you know how to talk the way you can talk. You will find that out. Because owning that thing covers many things. But it's owning situations for what it is. Stepping into it, own that thing, and keep it going. The problem today ain't nobody on the left and in the right. On the right nor the left nor the right. Owning nothing. They ain't owning what they're doing. They're not owning what they said. They're not owning how they're acting. They're not owning how they're feeling. They're not owning how they're teaching. They're not owning nothing. They're just doing it. And like saying, so what? I understand as a prophetess in the wilderness, something that 99.9, and I'm not saying it's 99.9 to just be something just being said. The truth be told, 99.9 on the earth today can't see that if the Creator said that the land is lawlessness, he means that in the spirit realm. So if he means it in the spirit realm, that means flesh is in trouble. You didn't know that, did you? Remember, it's probably been a month ago. I woke, I turned to the other side, and it looked like it was day. The sun was out, and I turned. I said, I don't want to get up. And I said, you know what? I ain't gonna get up. And he said, lawlessness. What? Lawlessness. The world is lawlessness. So if the Ruach HaKodesh say that unto the prophetess, that the world is lawlessness, do you really think your household is excluded? Do you really think your community, your neighborhood, you out in the woods, you out on a farm, you in the camps, you in the churches, you in the Catholic? It is what he says. And you know what I did? I jumped up real quick. I went into the word to look it up in Hebrew and to look it up. And I realized, and I had to salute. What do you mean by saluting, Deborah? I had to own that thing. I had to own what the Father had spoken to me in the Spirit. Early morning. I owned that thing. I don't care if nobody else didn't accept it, embrace it, and understood it, and gripped it, and able to see it in spirit and truth. It didn't matter. I own that thing. And that's what we need today. We need to own that thing. We need to stop making right, wrong, right. We need to stop making people feel that evil, it's okay and it's good. We need to stop this being okay with the things that is before us, that is wicked and evil. We need to stop. How you stop? You own that thing. You own it by speaking against it, by saying something about it. Not sit off to yourself. Oh, that's them. Me and mine's not like that. You know why? It's no such thing. It's no such thing. It's no such thing. And do you all understand, if the Ruach HaKodesh is telling me, Deborah, always continue, like always, owning that thing. You know what that's going to do for me in this journey? It's going to bless my children. It's going to bless me. You see? Because you owning that thing. 2 years ago, you was telling them people, my judgment is in the midst of them. They can give a rat's behind what that really means. And that's for real. Now, that's me saying that. They could give a rat's behind when the Father told me that his judgment has hit the earth amongst the house of Israel. They didn't, he said, Deborah, they didn't care then. They ain't gonna care now. You see? What's the difference in what Sister Deborah, this topic is? Owning that thing. You know how I tell you that Deuteronomy 28 has an end game that 100% runs from? They don't want to read it. They don't want to study it. They don't want to think on it. They don't want to feel on it. They don't want to act on it. But Sister Deborah, she owned that thing. Do you think I care if it's talking about me too? So what? I'm owning. Why? Because the Ruach teach me from the wilderness. I don't know where he teach you. And the wilderness is a place in him that he teach me. That's my school. That's where I attend. And if you think for 1 minute I'm going to look people in their face on this devil platform and on these platforms and say that they telling the truth and I know they lying, I'm going to own that thing. You're lying. You're lying. Use a fool and use a fool. I'm going to own that thing. I'm not going to sit and tell you right is wrong and wrong is right. Why? Because I am known in my Father's eyes to be one that own that thing. The Most High can come in my spirit and teach me, let's say, a whole chapter. And it can be some things in there chastising me, making me think about myself, making me check myself out. You think I'm going to not own that thing? I'm going to own that thing. I'm going to own that thing. And do you understand what owning that thing? It means so many good things, you guys. To be able to step into a different realm of protection. Because you're not out here denying it, trying to make it look good, trying to make it feel good. You're not trying to appear to people to be something. You owning that thing. You are who you are. As he said he is, I am who I am. I am who I am. You see? So we need to own these things in our lives. Own that if you're on drugs. Own that if you're addicted to medication. Own that if you're an alcoholic. Own that if you stuck on porno. Own that if you you have a sex addiction. Own that if you have a lying addiction. Own that if you have a emotional or feeling addiction. Own that. Own that witchcraft and that sorcery. Own that backbiting. Own that thing, because owning it sets you free. It's saying, okay, I see it for what it is. It don't look pretty at all. It's ugly, matter of fact. I don't want it in my life. I'm going to go on and own it. It is what it is. It is what I see it is. It is what I say it is. It is what I feel it is. Guess what? I'm going to own that thing. By owning it, you saying to the Father, now that I have owned this situation, this addiction, this wicked and evil, I've owned it. But I'm owning it before you. I'm owning it, Father, before you. Not before man and woman, Sister Deborah. Not before my wife, not before my husband, not before my children. I want to own that thing right in your face. Why? He already see it. He already knew it. He already saw it. Oh, he's waiting for you to own that thing. He's waiting for you to call it what it is. Because if you don't own that thing, how do you think he can bring you into deliverance? I know. You think you can go into the prayer and pray and fast? Oh, this fasting thing is deep. I sat back, and this came to me today, and I thought about all these people gathering for special feasts. If y'all want to tell y'all something, the reasons why he said it's going to be like the days of Noah. They're going to be feasting. He said it's going to be like the days of Lot. They're going to be feasting. He talking to somebody. Because people ain't owning the fact that how can you come together and gather the multitude together with all that wickedness? You can't do it. You can, but you can't. See, it's not something that's pleasant in the eyes of Yah to behold. You just beholding flesh out there. Because you can gather people to come at a specific time when you thinking you fulfilling your Father's word and you don't even know who Yeshua, now Hamashiach is in Genesis chapter 126. You don't know who the power is. You see what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about the Creator outside of what you read and you claim and you make it who you are. And you say you are the same. People are out gathering and feasting. No spirit and truth, none whatsoever. No light, none whatsoever, because they can't embrace those sort of things. They got to embrace the things that makes them come together and unify, because a man told them, this is what we are to do. This is what we shall do. What is it that the Father gained out of you or from you from doing that? Nothing. We can't even worship him in those feasts. They so gone, they don't even understand that you can. He gets nothing out of it. If y'all don't get the glory out of it, how do Ahiah get the glory? How do the Ahiah get the glory? Because you traveling and spending money and making cities and states wealthy in these hotels, or coming together, paying to go join together and come together in who? When in Genesis 1, chapter 1 and verse 26, you don't even know where the power rests in, but you're going to call up a feast and try to remember the days of Torah and don't even know or uphold spirit and truth. Own that thing. Own that thing. You think these people are going to own something? They're going to own the ways of man, the ways of woman that says this is what we should do. Where is he getting the glory? Where is Ahiah getting the glory? I sit back and I say, Father, it's so many things I've said that has caused me to even not feel this thing. I'm going to put it like that, being on these devil platform. Because when you see the multitude going this way and everybody go their way and feed them and support them and do, if that one say go left, they go left. He said go right, and they ain't even following you, Father. You ain't getting no glory out of his right or his left. But yet they all follow. And I look at that, I say, you know what? All of them doing it. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. That's why the Father says stay in your lane. Any come, they're going to have a lane just like yours. They're going to know that it's all about who I am and not who they are. Owning that thing means anything that's going on in your life that you kept secret and you continue to keep secret, you ain't telling nobody, and you know that it's the spirit of evil and wicked. Own that thing. See, Satan knows, and flesh knows too. Flesh knows it real good too. Satan knows it too. As long as it can be kept in the dark, nobody don't know about it. And you can continue to do it. It's been going on for a long time, many years. Even some of them when they were young. Because what? They don't believe in owning that thing. So the deliverance of Yah can set them free. Nobody wants to own it. Look at a people. They have not even owned why they are in this land. They haven't owned it. Well, what do you mean they haven't owned it? They said they realized it. No, they ain't owned it. You own it when you understand the fullness thereof. When you understand the truth of the matter. When you understand it in spirit and truth. Where the lights leads you therein. You can't own that thing. If you have not embraced, what did he say in Hosea? I think it's chapter 4, verse 6. My people perish. He don't have no problem with you perishing, baby. Ha! He don't have no problem with you perishing. You see how soft it was said? My people perish due to lack of knowledge. And then get stuck there. He said, don't you dare get stuck right there. Finish it. Lack of knowledge because they reject spirit and truth. That's really what it is. And that's what's going on today. No one wants to take and eat of spirit and truth. They don't want to let the light lead them because there's no light in front of them. So can the light lead you if you ain't got the light in front of you. Only one can lead you is the darkness that's in front of you. The light leads you to spirit and truth. And that goes with why people are not on this devil platform teaching it. Because they ain't being led by the light to what is spirit and truth. And that is, the spirit and truth is the whole matter. When it's all said and done, it is the whole matter of it all. Nobody wants to own that thing. People wants to blame this person, that person, he and she and these children and this generation, the generation past, or this heathens, this Gentile, these black people, these Negroes. Everybody want to blame, but don't nobody want to claim on this thing. And you know what? Because we are in such an end hour, it is just a gift to you to let you know somewhere. If you get tired, own that thing. You get weary, own that thing. You're tired of being sick, own that thing. A lot of times sickness comes from your nasty attitudes, and it's eating you from the inside out. A lot of people don't even know that, because you ain't own that thing.